Hey everybody, it's Grady at Twin Creek Audio, back in the studio today with the second episode of my favorite gear. And today I wanted to look at a small half rack space compressor that's not made anymore, but it's a classic and it's pretty inexpensive to find on the used market. That is the DBX 163X compressor. Picture up here. So first off, I'm going to show you some close-ups of the front and back panel of the DBX 163X. Then I'm going to run some drums through it so you can hear what it sounds like processing drums. And then finally, I'm going to use the high-Z input on the front of this compressor, which is a unique feature, and run bass guitar through it. And that was a suggestion from my friend Travis Atkinson at Strange Bird Recording. So let's give this stuff a shot and hear what this thing sounds like. Okay, this is the front panel of the DBX 163X, and you've got the compression slider, just says more. It's an overeasy compressor limiter, and it does have a level set control right here, and then the high-Z input right here. I like this simple control, more compression. And this is the back panel. You've got input and output, then there's the high-Z trim, which I actually had to adjust this for the bass demo that you're going to hear in a minute, the stereo strapping button and connection, and of course, 120 240 volt switch and power. It's pretty simple, but it sounds great. So what I've done is assigned the kick drum to channel 1 on the Soundtrack's Topaz, snare drum to channel 2, and then I sent both of those channels to subgroup number 7 on the Topaz. I have the DBX 163X compressor on the insert of subgroup number 7. So I have both the kick and the snare going through the DBX 163X, and that way I can mute the kick or the snare real easily so you can hear what it sounds like on both of those sources. First I'm going to play the kick and the snare without the compressor. Okay, now I'm going to add the compression. And let's hear that. Let's crank it up towards the more side. Okay, I've cranked this thing up over here to the more side, so we're getting closer to limiting. Let's hear just the snare drum track by itself. Yes, there's some bleed, but you're just listening for the compressor. So let's put the kick back in. I'm going to turn the compression all the way to the more side. So now I have connected my trusty Squier Precision Bass Deluxe to the high Z input on the DBX 163X compressor. Now this compressor has a high Z adjustment on the back that I had to turn up to get the gain levels right for this bass, but it sounds really good. So I'm going to play the bass now through the DBX 163X so you can hear what that sounds like. I'm going to switch and play a little bit with the pick. It really makes the pick attack sound, kind of rounds it off in a nice way. Awesome! I really like the DBX 163X compressor. It sounds great on drum tracks and it works really well as a bass DI with the high Z input on the front panel. They can also be linked for stereo operation if you have two of them. I only have one, and this is making me want to get another one so that I can have a stereo pair of them that I can link and use for stereo material. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed getting to look at another one of my favorite pieces of gear, and I hope you all have an excellent day, night, evening, weekend, weekday, hour, minute, second, nanosecond, whatever it is you're having. Have a good one. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.